first video of 2019, and we're going to do a movie review. We went to see Holmes and Watson last week, and we're finally just now doing the video about it.
And we're going to tell you whether it's actually that bad.
Yeah, because there's been videos saying, oh, people have been walking out of the movie. People saying that's the worst movie they've ever seen, the worst movie of 2018 or whatever. And so we're like, oh, we're curious. Let's go see how bad it is. Mm-hmm. And what did you think of it?
Well, we saw it about a week ago, and it's very hard to remember, so I don't know if that tells you anything.
Yeah. But did you like it? Do you remember
it? It was just okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's not one of those... I was kind of expecting it to be terrible, which is why I wanted to go. Doesn't that sound bad? I want to go to a movie because it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, so I'm kind of disappointed.
There were definitely some moments where, when I was watching it, at least, I could understand people walking out. I'm like, this is pretty bad. It's definitely not... If you're not a Will Ferrell fan, this isn't going to change your mind at all. I mean, if anything, it's going to solidify the fact that you hate Will Ferrell, because, I don't know, this is one of those comedies where they felt like they had to do something funny in every scene. So every single scene was like, okay, here's another set piece, here's something comedy related, here's something, we got to do something funny here. So, yeah, it was all over the place.
Some of the comedy just seemed really unnecessary. It was just like, really? Okay, come on, just get on with
very
the point.
Unnecessary, very forced. So I wrote down some notes, some things that happened in the movie. So here's a line in the movie.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers.
If you're actually going to waste your money on this.
Right. But one of the lines is, I don't even remember the context, so this is completely out of context, but one of the characters says, I have the penis of a baby doll. I don't
remember the context either, and I hope nobody finds your phone.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, anyway.
You know someone's going to take that out of context. Someone's going to rip that clip out.
Anyway, yeah. And also there's some bake the cake jokes. You know, like that guy that didn't bake the cake for the gay couple or whatever. There's some jokes about that for some reason. There's also jokes that you see in the trailer where one of the lady characters says, I make 30 cents to every dollar a man makes.
Yeah.
You know, that whole, oh my God, you're a doctor? DOCTOR? You know, that kind of thing. Which is actually somewhat humorous, but I don't know, it's stupid. And then some brain speak after Watson is concussed. That was actually the one part I remember actually kind of laughing at, because John C. Reilly was pretty funny at that part. So that was the one part where I remember laughing.
What about the Trump jokes? Because remember they said something about like, oh, good thing we have democracy in the United States, so we don't have some rich dictator. Oh yeah, and also
Sherlock, he like shows like these different hats he's gonna wear to be like, this is gonna be my new hat. You know, everyone's gonna remember me from this hat, and then he pulls the hat that says "Make Britain Great Again." It's just like, really. So yeah, there's that. And then there is a musical number for some reason, but in this musical number, it's because Holmes and Watson split up because Holmes thought that Watson was the killer. Spoiler alert again.
How dare you just ruin the entire movie?
Yeah, but who's gonna go see it? Except for us, because we're stupid.
At that point, I had just tuned out, to be honest. We didn't leave the theater, though, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm wondering how I stayed to watch it, but... and then Watson finally becomes detective because...
He did?
Well, co-detective.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. I mean, I don't remember it.
Yeah, like, because the lady doctor that I guess he becomes infatuated with, he's like, you should be co-detective. You and Holmes should be, partners or whatever. He finally becomes co-detective or whatever, and when he's doing all the calculations, because there's like these parts where Holmes is like, calculating like what's gonna happen, and there's like these animated scenes, whatever. Watson gets a chance to do it, and he fails miserably at it. And it's just one of those things I'm like, okay, so it's, I don't know, it's just one of those random things I felt I needed to mention. And also Titanic jokes, because at the end they're on the Titanic and it's, oh, look at the greatest ship ever made. And of course we all know what happened with Titanic.
So they actually died.
I guess, it's like, oh, we'll see you later. We'll see you next time. And of course, they don't. But anyway, so yeah, those are just some things that I put on the notes or whatever that I felt I need to mention.
Really?
So, would you recommend watching Holmes and Watson?
No, not even if you get it out of the theaters. Don't watch it. It's a waste of time. You'll get bored. I mean, it's still, I didn't think it was as bad as people said it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It probably would have been better if it was worse, because then at least you could go for that wow factor. Wow, I can't believe how terrible it is.
And I think it would have been a better movie if they didn't feel the need to do something funny every 2 seconds. If they actually put some kind of plot to it and some, serious moments, then it would have been fine. Step Brothers, if they did a Step Brothers type of movie where, there were some funny set pieces, some funny scenes that happened, but I didn't feel like it was every single scene they needed to do something hilarious. Oh my God, we gotta do something crazy and wacky and all that stuff. And I don't know. And plus the whole Holmes and Watson thing, the movie could have been about anything, but they just happened to be playing Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, so it was just one of those, it could have been anything, I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like they put so much forced comedy in that it took away from the storyline, and it didn't really end up having that great of a story.
Oh, and they also put in the no shit Sherlock. They had to put that in too. So, that's where that came from. Oh, okay. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either. I wouldn't go see it. So yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah.
Have anything to add, Misha?
All right, that's it. See you later. Bye.
Bye.